It's been 57 years since the Toronto Maple Leafs last won the Stanley Cup. That's not just a drought, it's an entire era of pain. No final, no parades, just heartbreak. But this year, things feel different. No Bruins, a top 5 finish. Could the curse finally be over?
The guys that played on all 4 cups, and the majority of our team did, this was sort of, okay, here we go again. But for me, being my one and only, it was a pretty darn exciting day.
Let's get into one of the NHL's most tortured stories. All right, let's rewind. The year is 1967. Gas is 33 cents a gallon. The Beatles are topping the charts, and the Toronto Maple Leafs have just lifted their 13th Stanley Cup. The team was legendary. Dave Keon, Johnny Bower, Tim Horton, and fans believed the dynasty was far from over. But what came next was nothing short of brutal. Since that moment, the Leafs haven't even made it back to the Stanley Cup final. That's over 20,000 days without a chance at the cup. Generations of fans have lived entire lives waiting for just one more. It's the longest active championship drought in the NHL. And here's the kicker. It's not just losing, it's how they lose. There's been blown 3-1 series leads, Game 7 meltdowns, that unforgettable 2013 collapse against the Bruins where they gave up a 4-1 lead in the third period. And then, just for fun, Boston did it again and again. 7 times the Bruins have ended Toronto's playoff hopes, like clockwork. It's not a rivalry, it's a ritual sacrifice.
Through to the net, ready to hit Brad Marchand. Here's Bergeron with a shot. Rebound is loose, Sagan can't get it. Score! Brad Marchand!
And yeah, the Leafs have had talent, Hall of Famers, superstar goalies, flashy draft picks. But somehow, no matter the roster, no matter the coach, something always goes wrong. Injuries, bad bounces, missed calls, pucks that hit posts instead of going in. It's like the hockey gods just said, nope. Not today, Toronto. It's gotten to the point where Leafs fans don't celebrate a lead. They fear it. It's not, we got this. It's, how are we gonna blow this one? And the curse? It's not just superstition. It feels real. Like the city is haunted by 1967. Like there's some hockey poltergeist living under the ice at Scotiabank Arena whispering, not yet. But here's where it gets interesting. This year, things might finally be different. For the first time in forever, the stars are aligning. The roster looks dangerous. The team is confident. The regular season, easily one of their best in decades. And most importantly, no Boston Bruins in round 1. If you're still here and feel the pain, or just love watching Leafs chaos unfold, hit that subscribe button. We're riding this thing together, win or lose. All right, let's talk about the present day. Because the Leafs, they've actually been building towards something for a while now. This isn't just another rebuild or a flash in the pan. No, this squad is different. They didn't just sneak into the playoffs, they dominated the regular season, finishing in the top 5 across the entire NHL. Offensively, lethal. Defensively, way more locked in than usual. And this year's lineup, it's a blend of speed, skill, and just the right amount of grit. You've got Auston Matthews. When he's on the ice, goals follow. It's almost automatic. He's not just a sniper, he's one of the best American-born players we've ever seen.
By Stolarz, and a race to the loose puck, it's Matthews. In comes Auston Matthews. He can win it. Scores! Auston Matthews, breakaway goal! And the Leafs win it!
Then there's Mitch Marner, the playmaker with eyes in the back of his head. And in William Nylander, with his breakaway speed, and John Tavares, the calm veteran presence, you've got a core that knows how to win. They just need to finish. But what really gives fans hope this year? It's not just the talent, it's the growth. In past years, the Leafs folded under pressure. This year, they're playing with swagger. You can see it in the way they protect leads, how they respond when things go sideways. And let's be honest, the confidence is contagious. And here's the best part, Boston's not in their way. That's right. The team that has haunted them for over a decade, gone. It's like a final boss that just disappeared from the game. 7 times the Bruins have sent Toronto packing. 7! That's not a rivalry, that's a recurring nightmare. But this year, the path is wide open. No Boston, no baggage. So yeah, the curse is real, but so is this chance. There's a different energy around the Leafs this season. Less panic, more belief. Even the fans who've seen it all are standing to feel it. This could actually be the year. So, is this the year the curse ends? Well, let's look at the facts. Because this Toronto Maple Leafs team, they've actually been cooking. They just wrapped up the regular season with a record of 52 wins, 26 losses, and 4 OT losses, finishing with 108 points and winning the Atlantic Division title. That's only their third division title since 1967. Not bad for a cursed franchise, right? Let's break it down. Auston Matthews hit a massive milestone this year, 400 career goals. That's faster than most legends did it, and he's still only 27.
Now Matthews back with it. Winds in. Matthews shoots. Scores! Auston Matthews, 400 career goals!
Guy scores like it's a hobby. Mitch Marner, he hit 100 points this season. He's only the fourth Leaf ever to do that. His playmaking has been elite, and his chemistry with Matthews is off the charts.
Tavares, Bouchard back. Marner scores! Game winner!
William Nylander quietly dropped 45 goals and was flying all year long. He's honestly been their most consistent scorer.
Tracked by Zetterlund. William Nylander up high. Pass Zetterlund. In. Backhand. Scores!
And of course, you've got John Tavares. Still clutch, still leading, still showing why he wears the C. But here's where things get interesting. The defense. Chris Tanev broke a franchise record with 177 blocked shots. The man's basically throwing his body in front of 90-mile-per-hour slap shots like he's catching footballs in the NFL. And don't forget Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He's chipped in offensively with 29 points and held a solid plus 14 rating before getting banged up late in the season. Leafs say they're optimistic he'll be back for Game 1 of the playoffs. Now, let's talk about goaltending. Anthony Stolarz has been on an absolute heater. 2 straight shutouts. He's 8-0-0 in his last 8 starts with a .950 save percentage. That's video game numbers. And Joseph Woll, he made 31 saves in the final game of the season to complete a comeback win. Solid. This isn't a team that's limping into the playoffs. They're rolling. They're fast, deep, confident, and they've got star power at every position. And again, best of all, no Boston Bruins in round 1. If you're watching this and thinking, wait, this finally the year? You're not alone. Let's just take a moment and dream. What if the Toronto Maple Leafs actually win the Stanley Cup this year? Like, not a decent playoff run, not we made it past the first round, no. The real deal, Stanley Cup. Parade down Yonge Street. Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares, all holding the cup like it was forged in myth. It would be absolute chaos in the best way possible. The longest drought in NHL history? Over. And let's talk real-world impact for a second. The last time they won the cup? 1. Color TV wasn't even standard in most homes. 2. The internet wasn't invented. People were mailing letters. 3. No one on the Leafs' current roster was alive. Actually, not even their coaching staff was alive. That's how deep the drought goes. So if they do pull this off, it's not just another cup win. It's a cultural reset. It's the sports equivalent to the Cubs in 2016 or the Red Sox in 2004, but with a full-blown Canadian identity crisis built in. And most importantly, a whole generation, heck, multiple generations of Leafs fans would finally get what they've been waiting for their entire lives. It would be beautiful, chaotic, cathartic. Will it happen? Well, there's only one way to find out. Subscribe. Because if the Leafs actually do it, we're gonna talk about it, live it, and break it down together. And if they don't, well, misery loves company too.